Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to For the Record. Got my friend Slim sitting over there, keeping me company. See, that's what I look like when I take my hat off. So, we'll keep it G-rated here. Okay, so, this is, well, I guess you can call this Spin Clean for Dummies. The Spin Clean record cleaning system. I recommend it for whether you're a novice collector or you've been collecting for 40 years. This is going to clean your records. I'm going to go through the entire process of using the Spin Clean. And as I said, anybody can use this. I mean, if you want to spend thousands of dollars on a record cleaning machine, that's entirely up to you. That's absolutely fine. But without myself using one of those machines, I can say that this system does an excellent job. Can I compare it to the more expensive ones? I can't compare because I've never used them, but I highly recommend this Spin Clean. You can buy a kit on the Spin Clean's website for under $100, so it's very reasonably priced. I'm having a hard time talking today because I haven't had any alcohol, but anyway, so where should I start? Well, I guess I can start by saying, the setup I do here is my opinion, is my preference. You don't have to do it this way. This is just how I like to do it. Everything is within my reach. I have my drying rack over here. Let me take just 1 second to say I have seen some videos of other people using the Spin Clean, demonstrating the Spin Clean. I've seen some people use fans. Now, I'm not trying to say that is bad. Okay, if you want to use a fan on your records, that's absolutely fine. But the way I'm set up here, I'm on the floor because I like to spread out like this. I don't want to use a fan, and I really don't have to. If you do it this way, you really don't have to. The reason I don't use a fan is because I'm afraid of any dust that may be in the air or on the floor. Any particles are going to be just pushed right onto the records after you clean them. So I do not use a fan. Whatever. I keep this place pretty clean, but still. I have my new sleeves here, my paper sleeves here, and the unit right here. So, first and foremost, the cleaning solution comes in a few different sizes. I have the 4 ounce and the 32 ounce. Now, from what I understand, it's exactly the same. The reason the size matters is because of the caps. Now, if you have the 4 ounce, you use 3 capfuls of the solution. If you have the 32 ounce, it's just 1 capful. So, you have the Spin Clean unit here. Now, I'm not going to go into why it's yellow, but whatever. If you buy it, you read the instructions. There's actually a reason. So anyway, you have your rollers here. I have them set. They come off very easily. I have them set up obviously to 33 size records. You have your 78s, you have your 78s, and you have your 45s or your 7-inch, whatever. Your 45s here, 78s here, and your 33s here. You have your 2 brushes here. Okay, they're both put in place. There's a line right here that you put the water. You fill the water to. Now, the Spin Clean will say that you can use any water. You can use tap water if you want to, but Spin Clean and myself recommend distilled water because it doesn't have the particles in it that is in your tap water. So this is inexpensive. You can buy this. You can buy this size right here for like $1 or $2. Okay, I bought this. It was just over $1. It's 1 gallon, so it's inexpensive. Fill up to that line. You take whatever size bottle you have. And I've already done it. You take capful, 1, 2, 3, right over the brushes. Okay. Now, let me take a minute to say that the Spin Clean is not meant to wash 1 or 2 records. You can, but what happens is you've cleaned them, you bagged them up. Now what are you going to do with this? Well, you don't want to waste the distilled water. You don't want to waste the cleaning solution you just put in there. So that's why Spin Clean says it's not meant to wash clean 1 or 2 records. But if you want to, that's absolutely fine. You just take this and you store it away somewhere. Problem though is if you forget about it, and the water gets stagnant and these are wet, you have mold. So I recommend having, I believe Spin Clean says, when you put the 3 capfuls on it, I believe Spin Clean says 30 to 50 records it will wash and you don't have to do anything else. But depending on how dirty they are, when I hit about 25 to 30 records, depending on how dirty they are, how dirty the water is, I may put another couple of capfuls of this in there. Okay, but it is meant to wash up to 50. But again, it all depends on how dirty your records are. So we are set up here. My drying rack is over there with Slim, and we are going to get washing. So these really are not that dirty. They're just dusty, and there's fingerprints on a few of them. So if you want to wash, sometimes when I have a record that I'm going to listen to, and it's just dusty, needs a wash, there is a specific way I wash those records, and it's just almost just as good as doing this, but this is good to have when you have a pile of records. So if anybody's interested to see how I'll wash like single, 1 or 2 records, let me know. I'll do a video on it. So once you have your record, your victim in place, you do 3 turns one way and 3 turns the other. Now, don't go too fast because you want the brushes to work. Okay, you put a drill on there and you put a thing and you zzz, well, you're going to wear out the brushes for one, and the brushes aren't going to get into the grooves the way they need to. Okay, so you want to do not fast but not slow. You want to do 3 turns one way, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's clean. Take the record, take it out. I use this whichever way I'm going. I use that roller as leverage, and I pick it up, and then I let the record sit there for a few seconds, and I let the water drip down. Put it over on my drying rack. Now this is not in the instructions for the Spin Clean. This is just how I do it. Okay, you can put your record right over into your, however you have your drying rack set up, you do that, and then you just let it dry. But this is the way I do it. I take the drying cloth that actually comes with the Spin Clean. It comes with a few of them actually, and I give 2 rotations, and these get wet really fast. And what I do is just kind of flip it around. Okay, I take the record, next one. I'm probably not gonna. What I generally do is I do I had already just done a bunch. Okay, and I just already emptied the rack out. So I wash all the records so that the entire rack is full. Okay, but I think for the video, to keep it somewhat short, I'm just going to do this last one and then show you the process. 1, 2. Now what you have to keep in mind is sometimes you have these really floppy discs. They're floppy vinyl. They're really thin. You have to be careful because you'll bend it, and you want to be a bit careful. So I use the inside of my hand, and I kind of where you can kind of grip it a little bit, because you don't want to grip it like that. You want to, so I just go 1, 2, 3. Use that rule as leverage. Come out. Now you might be wondering, well, the record label is going to get wet. No, it's not. Record label is going to be fine. 2 rotations one way, 2 rotations the other. Alright. So let's say this whole rack is full. Okay? So what I do is, when I'm setting up or I'm bagging the records. So this one right here was Jimmy Buffett. Actually, no, I want to do the first one I did, which is this one, Johnny Mathis. Okay? This is a Japanese pressing, I think. Anyway, alrighty, so this one I am, you can put that in there. If there's an insert, I'll put the insert. If the original sleeve comes with an original sleeve and it's I may not want to use it for whatever reason, it's in bad shape or it's in really good shape and I don't want to ruin it, I'll put it back in here. Now I do not put all my records into clear sleeves. Not all of them, okay, but I'm not getting into that. Okay, so you then get the record. Okay, Johnny Mathis. Get yourself a nice clean sleeve. You have the Mo-Fi sleeves or the paper sleeves, whatever. Boom. Boom. Okay? Put that off to the side. Now, we do all that. Everything's all ready. We're cleaning up. Okay? Now, as I said, you can take the spin clean and store it away. I don't like to do that because I don't want I don't want the water to get stagnant and mold to start growing, because once you get mold, you're screwed. Now, all these parts are replaceable. You can purchase them on the Spin Clean's website. Okay, if you want extra rollers or you need brushes. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly the number of records you can clean with brushes, and then you have to replace them. I honestly don't know. So you take all the pieces out. Okay, you dump the water out, and trust me, this water was completely spotless. I don't know if you can see, but it looks hazy. And it looks like junk. Well, that's the whole reason the Spin Clean is yellow. They make it yellow so you can see how dirty the water is. Okay? So, and I've done less than 30 records. Less than 20, actually. So, you empty that out. You want to take the rollers out. You want to take the brushes out. You want to rinse them under warm water. You take the unit. You wash that out. You don't have to use soap or anything. You just want to rinse the dirty crap that's out of there. And then I take it and I've set it on my table upside down. I let the water, I let it dry. Like, when you do dishes, you just let it air dry. That's fine. The rollers, you can dry by hand. The brushes, the cleaning brushes, what I recommend doing, there's nothing specific about this. You can put them back in place if you want to, but there's a problem with that. If you put them back in place after you wash them, they're still damp. Mold. Not good. So what I recommend doing is, when you take the brushes out, okay, you take the brushes out, rinse them under warm water, clean them off. You can kind of wash them a little bit with your fingers, rinse them under warm water, and then I'll take whether it's this towel right here. I use the same towel every time, or a paper towel, and I take that brush and I kind of push it, because it's a sponge underneath the fabric there, and I push out as much moisture as I can. They're still wet. You're not going to get them completely dry. Again, do not put them back into Spin Clean because they're damp. What I do is I put the rollers, once the unit is all dry and it's ready to be stored until the next time you clean the stack of records, I do put the rollers back in place. I then take these, okay, after I've rinsed them and I've damped them dry or patted them dry, I take them and put them with, obviously with no water in there because it's empty now and it's been washed out. I actually place them on the bottom of the unit inside, so the brushes are facing up, and then they can stay there until the next time you use the unit, and they're completely dry by the next time you use it again. So I put them on the inside with the brushes facing up like this on the bottom of the Spin Clean unit. And then you store it away. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, Spin Clean for Dummies, whatever you want to call it. Product review. I give it a 5 out of 5 stars because it's relatively inexpensive, easy to set up, and how you want to set up is completely open to your preference. If you have a little bit of space, fine. If you have more space, you can kind of spread things out. That's entirely up to you. But again, 5 out of 5 stars for the Spin Clean. And I hope everybody's having a great week. And if this is helpful, if you're a novice collector, let me know if this video was helpful to you. I hope it was. And if you're watching this video because you're a regular subscriber, I thank you for watching. And as always, be kind to others. Peace. See you on the flip side.